whatsoever deserves to worship except Allah alone, without any associates, the sovereign, the mighty, and the greatest, the Most High subhanahu wa ta'ala. I also bear witness and testify that our master, our guide, our model, our exemplar Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best, who fasted, who stood in adoration to Allah, the best who performed prayers, night prayers, and other voluntary prayers. May Allah continue to shower upon him his blessings, to his household, and to his companions, and all those who in righteousness may lead them. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the theme of the sermon today centers thus: let your fasting be a shield against evil and disaster, and an attraction of prosperity of this world and the hereafter. Let your fasting be a shield against evil and disaster, and an attraction of prosperity of this life and the hereafter. Blessed fasting brothers in Islam, I urge you and myself to fear Allah in secrecy and in the open, and in our secret dealings with others. And that you should know, one of the most important objectives for institutionalization of the institution of fasting is for us to obtain taqwa, this value. The reason why Allah mandates us to fast is for us to get taqwa, is for us to become righteous, is for us to become Allah's fearing. This is the reason. How much have you felt? Have you got increase in the fear of Allah in your heart? This is the objective. No more, no less. To get increase in the fear of Allah, in consciousness of Allah, in the fear of Allah. As Allah says, O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed, ordained for you the way it was ordained and prescribed for the peoples and nations that came before you, so that you may learn taqwa, so that you may learn piety, righteousness. This is the reason. Have you felt it? This is it. As long as you did not try to get increase in piety and righteousness, then you have a problem. Then fasting has not worked in you, and you have not really fasted. You must try to feel that. And this taqwa, this piety, may Allah protect you. What is it? This piety is the spiritual fear of Allah in your heart, that you fear Him and you become watchful over His commandments, that He has asked you to do this, you do it to the best of your ability, and He has warned you against doing contrary to that which has ordered you, and you live that in totality. Brothers and sisters in Islam, an addendum to the preceding definition, taqwa is the feeling of shiver and shake you feel in your own heart. To fear, taqwa is the shiver you feel, it's the trembling, is the shaking you feel in your own heart, full of reverence, full of spiritual respect to Allah Ta'ala, in humility, in simplicity, and being conscious in the heart in all that Allah asks you to do in acts of worship, especially salah, prayer, which Allah mandates you to do, which is a special meeting between you and Allah, is a special appointment 5 times a day as obligatory, and at infinity when you perform voluntary prayers. It's a special meeting with Allah. Remember when you are meeting a president or a minister or a governor or an emir, what do you feel? You get prepared, you wear the best, you perfume yourself, and you become decorous, and you become watchful. This is a human being like you. But how about Allah? Is how much you feel when you come to pray. And that by taking and by divorcing the world and what it contains, when you come to pray, leave all troubles away. Throw them. Remember you are before Allah Ta'ala. And watching over the actions of takbir, of standing, bowing, prostrating in glorification and purification of Allah against all mean qualities that are not attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters in Islam, there's no better time, opportunity, scenario or circumstance that you will get these values except in Ramadan. This is the way you can get these values, and until you try, when you go to tafsir, okay, did you feel that this is the word of Allah that is being interpreted? And after you have left the tafsir, if you leave just empty, then it means you have not added anything. Even the commentator, the mufassir, after having finished, he didn't feel anything. Then it's a problem. The way we have hundreds and hundreds of tafsir sessions, but to no avail. Why have we not changed if the tafsir is really getting into our own hearts? Why are we in this shame? Why are we in these troubles and problems? It's because we have not attempted to get taqwa. Allah said, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you become piety. This is the crux of the matter. And brothers in Islam, to obtain taqwa is the beginning point for safety against all evils in its classification, and disaster in its compartmentalization, and poverty in its beating, and hunger in its own pang, and all forms of iniquities and terrorism that we are suffering today, most especially in this northern part of the country. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. How can we live in peace while a Muslim is taking a weapon to attack another Muslim? To death, even yesterday, in Zamfara, in Katsina, and other places, they are kidnapping, they are raping, they are killing. La ilaha illallah. Allah knows. This is not Islam. And I tell you, if we do fast, seeking for piety, for righteousness, for taqwa, wallahi, this will naturally vanish. But because we are only fasting, just a fasting of abstinence from eating and drinking, but the heart has no place, and the limbs, our limbs have no place until we do this. Brothers and sisters in Islam, we can only get out of the woods, out of this trouble, only when we have taqwa. When you have taqwa, then insha'Allah, Allah will relieve you of the trying, the trying times we are passing through. Wallahi, if there's taqwa, nobody will cheat. If there's taqwa, nobody will attack. If there's taqwa, nobody will deceive. If there is taqwa. And until we get this taqwa, and until we do a fasting that is based on seeking to have taqwa, then we continue to perambulate or to go around in futility without anything tangible to show. And it is only through this that you will have the asylum of mercy of Allah to get Jannah. For Rasulullah said, shame and woe unto him who passes through Ramadan without having achieved the forgiveness of Allah. Rasulullah says, fasting is a shield. Fasting is a shield if you do it right. Sayyidina Ali, radiyallahu anhu, while defining taqwa, says, is the fear of the Most High. You feel the shiver. You shake when you feel you really fear Allah, which pushes you to do the right thing. And you control your tongue. You control your tongue from abusing, backbiting, and so on and so forth. Your family will see how gentle you become, and you stop abusing. And in the market or in the office, you do the right thing. This is how you get taqwa. It is not when you come to masjid and you hear tafsir and you sleep. That is not. It is you must walk and you must feel the experience. The way you feel the body temperature. So this is it. Nobody will do it for you. It is you. You get this taqwa by really walking. Taqwa is the key of all goodness, riches and affluence, as Allah said. Should the people in towns and cities believe truthfully and fear of Allah, Allah says we will open the blessings of the heavens and the earth, and they will have a good life. Wallahi, Nigeria will only get it right if Muslims do the right thing. We must do the right thing. Nothing Allah has not given us. But because we don't have taqwa, this is where we are falling back below zero. May Allah save us. Taqwa is the key to the final relief from distress, from anxiety, from all worries. As Allah says, whoever fears Allah, Allah provides for him the way out. Allah makes things easy for him. And the key to Jannah is for those who fear Allah. Try to get this taqwa. Try. I have gone to the simplest level that you can understand how you get increase in faith, in taqwa. You must try. Then you will feel the paradigm shift from bad life to good life. Let your fasting be a purposeful one. May Allah relieve us of the trying times. Oh Allah, we ask you to grant us the might and men to be able to get the objective of fasting, which is taqwa. Allah grant us taqwa. Allah grant us relief of the trying times we are passing through. May Allah make us be among those who will have the prosperity of this world and the hereafter through fasting, and may it be a shield to us against evil and disaster. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in His beautiful names and attributes to relieve our brothers and sisters in Palestine, in Gaza and Rafah. Oh Allah, we have nowhere to go and we have no one to complain to except you. Allah will ask you to protect them. Allah protect them. Allah will ask you to relieve them of these trying times of incessant killing. The world is watching every day, even today. The killed and the killed and the killed. In history, there's nothing like this that is being had. Allah will complain to you. Allah will seek for your intervention. Allah will seek for your quickest intervention unto our brothers in Palestine. We ask you, Allah, for a relief and intervention in Nigeria, especially in the northern part, where the incessant terrorism and terrorist acts have permeated our societies. Allah, we are in fasting. Allah, don't punish us with the stupidity of those of us who are recalcitrant and have refused to obey you. Allah grant us taqwa. Allah grant us relief. May Allah be with us. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun.